Hey, what's up shrinkkeepers, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I actually wanted to talk to you guys about the vital few. So what does it actually means is that not everybody will have a lot of the luxury of having a lot of tanks, and definitely stream keeping is not just about showing people how many tanks you have. You have like 50 tanks, 100 tanks. So it really doesn't matter, in terms of from a hobby standpoint, it doesn't really matter how many tanks you do have. However, what actually is more important is the things that you actually like to keep. For example, going straight into this topic, you come into this hobby, you actually want to keep streams, and you actually want to keep a certain type of streams that you like at that point of time. So because liking actually change, you can actually move from one stream to the other. Definitely, when we look at what are the streams that you actually like, for example, if like Red King Kong or Black King Kong, or it is a relatively nice stream even till today. I still enjoy having them. So there is really no one set way of rules where you can say that okay, just because Red King Kong is not in trend, is a very low cost stream, low price stream, then you don't like it. Actually, you don't really need to be swayed by the types of streams that you actually like in terms of the value or the price, because at the end of the day, you are the one actually looking at the tank, looking at the streams. So you actually want to actually have something that you actually like seeing in your tank. So definitely, I'll take this opportunity to actually share with you guys some of the streams that I truly enjoy as well. Taking you through some of the streams that I just fed them, so they are eating, so they come out, and I'll take this opportunity to show you some of the streams that I actually have. And of course, this is not about sharing or not about boasting about the type of streams that I have or the number of tanks that I have, but of course I actually want to encourage breeders to actually look at it at a much different way, much different perspective, where you can actually have very nice streams, even they are very not that expensive. So I'm just going to switch this camera around and have a look at some of the streams that over here. Wow, we are back. Yeah, sorry, there was a slight glitch in the gimbal that I'm using. Actually, I'm still quite new to this. However, as you can see that over here we have the Black King Kong, and definitely that is something that you can actually look at in terms of the type of streams that you actually like. And this is where I have it for the grow up tank. The babies are not out here, but definitely one of the grow up tanks over here. And then of course right beside it is the Red King Kong. So the Red King Kong is something that a lot of breeders actually in Asia likes it because of the color. It is slightly different from the PRL, and of course some of the guys actually ask me, what's the difference between a new Caridina, fire rate or something like that, and compared to this Caridina Red King Kong. One of the characteristics over here is that you can see this female over here with a little dark tone, with a slightly maroon color. I think that is where some of the difference over here. And of course, this is the extreme Red King Kong. And if you actually see some of the babies over here, we can move over here. We can actually see the babies. They are fairly uniform in terms of the extreme rate. However, there will be some that there is a white stripe on the back, and that is something that in terms of the grading perspective, at this point of time, there's really not much in terms of the grading of a Red King Kong. However, the white stripes on the back, that is that is not the so-called in-trend ones currently. And of course, if you like these streams, they are actually not very costly. So there are other type of streams, like for example, you have like you have a lot of other type of streams, like snowflakes and stardust or deep blue boats, and these are all the offspring, the baby offsprings of the. So there's a lot. So for example, these are the mainline red stardust. You can see that the mainline red stardust have quite a uniform babies that is being bred out. It is quite high grade over here. You can actually see that even at this at this small little size, the colors and the patterns actually show, which is fairly awesome in that sense. And one of the more favorite ones that we actually have over here is the deep blue boats. As you can see, the deep blue boats are feasting on the daily feed, and it is one of the more interesting stream in terms of the color, because the colors is it varies a lot. However, in order to get them to be dark blue, that is something that we have been working with a school to actually understand, in terms of doing a research to see what actually can help maintain the color pigmentation of the deep blue boats. So definitely you can see that there's a lot of streams over here, different types of streams. I'm just going to show one more time on this. These are the black stardust. The black stardust. I'm just going to pan it here, pan it here, pan it here. So these are the black stardust. As you can see, the breadouts are very, 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 very uniform in that sense. There's not much of a differentiation in terms of the type of streams that you actually breed out, and that's the difference between a secondary line and a main line, as these are actually the main line black stardust, and you can see that it's fairly uniform. Of course, definitely you will still have to do selection and count some of the streams over here, but the probability of having a good stream for a main line is definitely one of the better aspects of investing in high grade stream, because I think one of the things that we often look at is that we look at the price of the streams before we decide on what are the type of streams that we actually want. You can actually see here as well, these are all the babies that comes out from here. We have some of this Snow White over here, and that was the baby stream tank that was being showed just now. So you can see they are fairly wide. It's not bad, but it also depends on in terms of your liking, because at the end of the day you are the one that actually watches. You actually see the stream, and so having the type of streams that you actually like definitely will help in terms of when you first start off, what do you really like, the type of streams that you really like, be it deep blue boat, red King Kong, stardust, or anything. I think I always advocate in that if you can, you go for the highest grade of the cheapest stream that you actually can get, if there's a budget constraint. Like for example, if I have $100, what am I supposed to keep in terms of streams? So I would look at deep blue boats. I will look at red King Kong, black King Kong, and then breed them and understand and learn the process on how to do selective breeding and things like that. So over time you get the hang of it. It takes some time. It takes like a few years to actually build out your colony. It takes a few years to actually get up to where I am today. However, it doesn't mean that you have to be quick. You want to do everything in 1 year. I think that's something that you build over time, and you give yourself a timeline over every single year. And that's the reason why I have always been sharing about the goals, the yearly goals, the monthly goals, and things like that, so that you actually move yourself progressively over a period of time as you start to improve. So one of the things is that you don't really have to quickly reach to the goal like today or by the end of the year. So you set goals and you focus on the goals and have the vital fews. Like for example, if you want to have a red King Kong, just get 10 pieces, 2 male, 10 females, or 2 males, 8 females. You put them in the tank, breed them well, you will have a few hundred by the end of the year. So you will have a lot of streams in there, and then you slowly understand how you actually breed them, how you actually keep them alive, and then you do a little bit of selective breeding to get a concept right, and then you move from there, and you increase your budget, and you get maybe a Stardust or a Galaxy Tiger or something like that in those lines, and then you start to breed them again, and over a few years you keep going there. And of course, you know, if you have more spare cash and you are very passionate about it, you don't have to start off with just one type of streams. You can start off with Red King Kong, Black King Kong, Deep Blue Boats, PRL. These are all very you know, the cost of the stream has, I mean, the price of the streams has already come down over the many years. So you can actually use this as a, you know, stepping stone whereby you can actually get to more and more streams, you know, trying to understand in terms of selective breeding, in terms of all the stuff that you actually can learn. Then you progress on to the next stage and the next stage and the next stage. So because it takes time for you to really understand in terms of crossback and things like that. So don't go into the hobby with so many things on your head, on your mind, that you kind of get confused, because there's a lot of chatter in different groups and chat, and that's the reason why, you know, I wouldn't really encourage new breeders to actually go into a chat group, because you get so many differing ways of doing things. You are not sure which one suits you the best. So I think having a good mentor, like in one of my videos, having a good mentor is critical. So and you know, in Dennis' sharing session, he actually said that, you know, having a good mentor is really critical, because it helps to bring a person from point A to point B at the shortest possible time. And that is the reason why, you know, having a good mentor will actually bring you forward much faster. However, it doesn't mean that you're going to be successful in 1 month or 2 months. It's still going to be like 6 months, 8 months, where you take time to understand you know, the entire holistic picture of what is just about stream breeding. That is just the first step of stream breeding. You know, you have selective breeding, you have crossback, you have different grading methodology. So there is a lot more to learn as you start to advance. But if you do not know the very fundamental, the basics of it, you get to, you know, you get very confused on the direction, and you get very confused on all the data points that has been shared to you, because you are actually not ready to actually, you know, process all this information at that point of time. So it's actually very good to have that hands-on experience. I mean, theoretically you have this hands-on, like I mean, theoretical understanding of water parameters, but having that practical aspect where you actually keep the streams for, you know, a year, and then you start to actually understand what is actually happening. Definitely, you know, along the way you'll fall down, you have issues with some of the streams. However, you know, do not give up, and that's one of the things that I actually wanted to share. So in this video, you know, vital few, what does it mean? It means that you can, you know, learn about stream breeding without even going into high grade streams at the point of time. So once you start to, you know, move from one stream to the other stream, once you get the hang of breeding streams for the, you know, even Red King Kong or Black King Kong, you are very confident in the water parameters. You do a lot of you know, you have kept them for quite a while, and then you start to move on to the next one. I think that in itself will actually help you tremendously in terms of your breeding cycle or breeding journey. And one of the reasons is because you understand the fundamental. Once you understand the fundamental, it can be, you know, replicate across. However, just a little tweak on those streams, because what we do over here is that we keep most of the streams at the same water parameters, and the process is the same. However, the streams may be different, but the process is the same. So it means that, you know, whatever that I've done for the Red King Kong, I will do it for the mainline Red Stardust. I will do it for the same exactly for the, you know, for the Boas and the Black Fancy, Red Fancy, or whatever streams we have. So that is something that, you know, fundamentally you have to have a strong grasp of the concept. That's the reason why, you know, using very low price streams like, for example, Red King Kong, Black King Kong, that would definitely help you in a very long term. So thank you for watching this video. I appreciate the time. Thank you very much. And if you like this video, remember to give a thumbs up. And for those who are new, please remember to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, peace out.